Welcome to the basement for unboxing, where we thank our donors, people who have gone to welcometothebasementshow.com and contributed to support our show, and we open our mail. Look at the packages. What could be inside them? We're going to find out. Our donors this week are as follows: Mitchell, Matthew, Shelby, Lindsay, David, Abraham, Julia, Isaac, Thomas, Elizabeth, Bernard, Brian, Stephanie, Kempson, Robert, Kyle, Graham, Rebecca, Sierra,
Anthony, Maurizio, Jonathan, Corey, Danielle, Andrew, Lewis, Jared, Emily, Joe, Rebecca, Sean, Stefan, Benjamin, Simon, Malcolm, Eric, Luke, Dan, and Betty. Thank you.
And now we answer some viewer questions. I have one here from David Tan, who says, if given a chance to direct a big budget movie, what kind of movie would it be? I know exactly what kind of movie it would be.
Ooh, tell.
I would spend the entire budget just on talent. I would get the biggest actors that I can afford, and as many of them as I can get, and I would have them do improv.
Really?
And that would be the movie.
That's a lot of money to spend on non-improvisers. Would you teach them how to do improv? Would you give them...
I would teach them as little as possible. Because I want to see them not do it very well. And I think the rest of America would too.
Abby Boucher writes, Craig once mentioned that Apollo 13 was a film that taught him the distinction between Best Picture and Best Director. Could you elaborate on that point a little bit? The year Apollo 13 came out, Braveheart won Best Picture and Best Director. I don't think it deserved both. I thought Apollo 13 was actually better in both realms. He made the movie in which everyone knows the ending. The Apollo 13 guy survived, still made it really exciting. But I think the best example happened a year or two after this one, when Titanic won Best Picture and Best Director, when really Best Picture should have gone to LA Confidential, which anyone can tell you is actually a better movie. But what James Cameron put into the Titanic, the faith, the technology, just his own money, his reputation, everything he put on the line, and he figured out the best cast to do it so that he didn't have to direct them that much, so that he could work on the technology aspect of things. And he makes this tremendous movie.
Oftentimes in our P.O. box, people will send me records, and when you do, I listen to them. So here are a couple of them right now. Harmonium. This is Quebecois folk rock. It's in French, so I only understand a word here and there. It's from the mid-'70s, as you can tell by these hairy men on the back. Les Claypool and Sean Lennon, the Delirium Monolith of Phobos, which was sent to me by AJ Rotini, who I got to meet in person when I was out in Boston at Nerdfighteria. I got to meet several viewers of our show. This is very proggy. It's like sci-fi music a little bit. It's very strange and weird, and you should check it out. And then, of course, we got the Ultramagnetic MCs, which I was familiar with, but I got to finally listen to it on vinyl. You get to remind yourself that Kool Keith did not just become weird when he went solo. He was always weird.
He looks like the weird one.
Send me to Belleville because I'm sick.
It was all a cry for help.
We got a pair of postcards here. This is from Peter, who says that he's on another business trip to Japan.
Oh, I'm not ready.
If you ever get to fly her, take a Dreamliner. You'll never want to ride an old plane again.
That was the throw, not the catch.
And this is another one from Emily, who sends us another postcard from Clark University.
Hey, Clark.
And we've got a letter. I think you should use that new letter opener to open it up.
Okay, I'm going to use it properly this time. I'm not going to try out new experimental ways of opening up a letter. We got some fan art in here. Clayton in Delaware, Ohio.
Here you go. That's our show. I think that's me.
I think so too.
With the big hair.
His favorite episodes are Sunrise, Mac and Me, In the Name of the King, and Ishtar.
Well, we have got a stack of packages. Let's open a couple of them.
It is a CD. Pine Grove, Cardinal.
I know who this is from. This is from Mitchell. He left a comment explaining. He says, affectionately labeled as Farm Emo by those who hold this band dear, Pine Grove are some of the friendliest people I've ever met, and they hail from Montclair, New Jersey, just 15 minutes from my home. Thanks, Mitchell. We will check that out. Okay, this is from Jamie, who says this is a copy of his movie. He says, I made it for less than $5,000. Will reading. Cool. Thanks a lot, Jamie. And now I read more entries from my now defunct MySpace blog from about 11 years ago. The common theme of these entries is anger. I had a job that I wasn't very happy with, and sometimes I would vent my anger. And just so things don't get too dark, I've got something a little lighthearted to end it with.
There we go.
May 5th, 2006. Everyone has credit cards, right? It's a part of our lives, like sidewalks and stamps and trash day. Why is it then that often when I hand someone a credit card receipt for a purchase they just made, they stare blankly at me like I just handed them a sheet of hieroglyphics? Like they don't know they're supposed to sign it. Then they intensely search the 5-inch scrap of paper like they don't know how to sign it at the bottom on the line, where it always is. Why is this not instinctual at this point? Were you raised in a Skinner box? How many thousands of credit card purchases have you made? I know this isn't your first one because I can see the condition of your card. It looks like the bottom of a shoe. And then parenthetically at the bottom I say, I just realized that I'm not 100% sure what a Skinner box actually is, so the above reference to it might not be as clever as I think.
It's pretty clever.
May 25th, 2006. I'm in a foul mood today. My stupid, bitchy coworker made some smarky, smart-ass comment to me and it just put me in a bad mood. I wish I didn't give other people the power to ruin my day. I would love my job if I didn't have to speak to one person all day. If I didn't have to say one word and had not one word spoken to me, I would love my job. I would keep it for the rest of my life, even if the videos started to pay the bills. I just get to be this silent and peaceful monk for 8 hours a day. What a blissful existence. Instead, I have to put up with shitty coworkers, their awful jokes, bad taste, and their petty, poisonous bullshit. Very angry.
Yeah, you weren't even talking about the customers that you're doing customer service for back then.
And now, to lighten things up, we have June 29th, 2006. Oh, and this woman farted today. Boy, did she ever. Right in the middle of the store, she just opened fired, and it was loud. It sounded like a whoopee cushion was coming out her butt.
Which is the best metaphor I've ever heard. That fart sounds like a whoopee cushion.
Then she did it again, exactly the same as the first. It had a good sound, a textbook fart. She stuck the landing. She was a craftsman. My hat would have been off to her if she hadn't already blown it off.
Wait a minute. I remember from a previous blog entry, you don't wear hats.
I've got better things to do with my body temperature.
Nope, they're done. Fast as that.
You Tarzan, me Jane.
I don't understand that reference. I'm not an Edgar Rice Burroughs fan.
Really? Some heavy first base action?
I told you this isn't porn.
I don't think I've ever been so bored by breasts in my life. Is it me? Have I changed? Because really, if this was 86, I'd be all over this. They didn't want to destroy the boxes by painting on them. So they just painted on, like, just butcher block paper.
Hey, these boxes all got names on them.
Send them back.
In 1 month, I'm going to retire.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
No, you shouldn't have said that. That's your death warrant.
Run these two guys in their boat through the shredder and feed them to the fish.
Run these two guys through the shredder and feed them to the fish.
Hello, Lita Ford.
You know, Donna, I've just figured out a cure for my boredom.
Sex.
Got one set of honeymooners booked to Halawa Valley, and one snake.
A snake?
On a plane.
Will do. Thanks, Dixon. We'll see you soon.
I don't know why I'm doing that thing where I'm kind of like looking to see if I can see into the cleavage. Because I'll be able to see it in just a few minutes.
Yeah.
I just need to be patient. We're all set here, guys. Let us know when you're clear.
Because then you can successfully become a Scientologist.
Wow, a drone strike in 87? This is very forward-thinking.
Having seen plenty of remote control things in the 80s, that would have crashed by now.
Hey, aloha! Long time no see.
Smack.
You can sit right here on my face.
Why? Is your nose bigger than your dick?
Yes, it is. I have a micropenis. How did you know? Yeah, I still got it. For Ashley, every insult is a victory.
Man, I sure love soul food.
Right on, bro.
Man, I sure love non sequiturs.
I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. We're at the hospital.
That is good news.
So tell me the truth, Don, about Rowdy. How's his stuff?
She's got a nipple symmetry problem.
So who's this?
I have no idea where this plot is going. I don't know who half the characters are. All I know is Snake. Oh, that's good. Well, that sure was a tough fight you just went through. Do you think maybe you want to take off your shirt? Could make you feel better.
I hate my horrible visage. Hey, Matt, here, take this pen. No. Right here. It's right here, Matt. Right here.
I'm not going to do it. We hope you enjoyed those deleted scenes, and I'd also like to show you the deleted Oscars cold open that I scrapped because of the crazy Oscar happenings that happened, which we finally get a chance to talk about. I regret that we can't address current events very currently on this show because of our shooting schedule, but what did you think of the end of the Oscars? We haven't really gotten a chance to talk about it.
My favorite part of it was when Warren Beatty said, all right, I just need to explain exactly what happened. Because if he would have left stage without explaining, he would have been the guy who did it on purpose, or he would have been the doddering old man, or he would have been the racist guy who hates gay people because he said La La Land instead of the gay black movie.
Yeah.
And also, it made La La Land okay for me. I was so adamantly against La La Land that now I'm like, it wasn't that bad. The songs are okay. It had a couple of good dance numbers in it. You know, I don't have to hate the movie for the rest of my life.
Sure.
Because La La Land had this weird, embarrassing moment.
I think the Oscars had the embarrassing
The
moment.
Oscars had an embarrassing
That
moment.
was really the pleasure for me, is just to see this broadcast that's being watched by billions of people suddenly be thrown into chaos. And there's people with headsets running on stage, and no one knows what's going on, and there's just a crowd of people milling around on stage. Well, anyway, here's the original cold open that we shot. We had our predictions, movies that we thought were going to win. Obviously, some of them are wrong, but we thought we'd show you this cold open anyway, just in the interest of the deleted scene. Enjoy. We're going to talk about the Oscars, and as usual, this episode was recorded before the Oscars and released after. Nevertheless, we will predict the winners. And since we are so movie savvy, our predictions will be 100% accurate. Let's go. Best Supporting Actor, Mahershala Ali.
Best Adapted Screenplay. Manchester by the Sea. The Best Actor winner is... Casey Affleck.
Best Supporting Actress, Viola Davis of Fences.
This year's Best Director is Damien Chazelle of La La Land. For Best Actress, for Best Actress, the Oscar goes to Emma Stone of La La Land.
And for Best Cinematography, Costume Design, Production Design, Film Editing, Sound Mixing, Score, Song, La La Land. For Best Picture, La La Land. God damn it!
La La Land.
Let's open up the rest of them packages.
All right, we'll start with the small ones. This is from Bronte. Here's her family, the Bronte siblings, and the house they grew up in, and a button that says Bronte Parsonage and Museum. I've been meaning to post something to you for a long while now, so here it is. My name is Bronte. I'm originally from Newcastle, England. She says she's been a big fan of our show. Oh, there's stickers.
All things Bronte.
Hello and best wishes from Bronte. There we go.
Nice.
And then another one here.
And here I have a Blu-ray DVD, which means that you don't get to watch it.
I don't have a Blu-ray player.
Bacano.
That was a cartoon.
Looks like it's an animated movie. I do not see a note. So I don't know who this is from, but thank you, Anonymous. We got 2 record-shaped packages. Let's see what's in those.
All right.
Aaron in Hell's Kitchen. He's got a little drawing there on the label. That's cool. Matt and Craig, in the Pride and Prejudice episode, you referenced the Rite of Spring. Thought you guys would enjoy a vinyl copy. Extra bonus, Igor himself is conducting.
Igor Stravinsky.
Rite of Spring, baby. I'm going to listen to this. I'm going to go nuts. I'm going to go feral.
This is from Adam in Marlborough, Massachusetts. Informs us that he was the guy who sent us the Razzle Dazzle mugs.
Nice.
Thank you very much. I use that on a regular basis. My wife knows it's my favorite. And he sends us Twin Shadow, their album Eclipse.
Well, we certainly did a good job opening those packages, and our donors have been thanked, and it's time to go to bed. So we will see you next time. You can see the new episode of Welcome to the Basement this coming Friday, and we'll see you then. Good night.
Good night.
I made a mess. Dun 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 dun. Rocket.